Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, fine. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit. I
Yeah,
need to up, up, I need to share screen. Okay, so share screen.
yeah, yeah.
So
So I will introduce you formally. Then we can start the session.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just
So can I
screen.
start, sir?
Yeah, you can start. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very good morning to all of you. So more warm welcome to the session 4 on the third day. Uh, Today, just I'm inviting distinguished speaker, Professor Rashid Mahmood. Professor Mohammed is a professor in high performance data analytics and faculty of computer and information systems, Islamic University of Medina, Saudi Arabia. So currently he is working as a professor and director of the Center of Technology Governance. He has obtained qualifications and work experience from universities including Cambridge and Oxford universities. He has 28 years of experience in computational modeling, simulations, and design using artificial intelligence, big data, high performance computing, and distributed systems. His broad research goal is to develop multidisciplinary science and technology to enhance the quality of life and foster the smart economy with the focus of real-time intelligence and autonomous systems management. He had authored more than 20 research publications, including 10 edited books, and has organized and chaired international conferences and workshops in areas including vehicular communication, healthcare, transportation, smart cities, and societies, and HPC. He has led and contributed to academia industry collaborative projects funded by EPSRC, EU, UK regional funds, Technology Strategy Board UK, and Saudi Arabia, with a total value of exceeding 50 million. With this, I invite Professor Rashid Mohammed to deliver a talk uh, on smart cognitive cities, technology, and applications. So, warm welcome, sir. Sir, you have 20 minutes presentations and 5 minutes question and answers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
welcome, sir.
Are you able to see my
Yes, sir. If you,
screen?
can you make it a full screen?
Yeah. Okay. I make full screen. What do
Yeah.
you
Now
see now?
yeah.
A
Now it
single.
is now it is perfect.
Do you see a single screen or two screens with
Yeah,
one
single space, single slide.
single screen?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's good. Let me. How do you see now? A single screen, right?
Yeah. Now the screen has been disappeared.
Okay, disappeared.
Yeah. Only your
Okay,
name is there.
okay, now let me do it again. So, uh, okay, it says the screen sharing has. Okay, let me share again then.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one, this one is not good, but this one. Okay, share. Okay, what do you see now? A single
Yeah. It is
screen?
perfect. So perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. I'm moving the screen. Let me see. Page up, page down. Now it's not allowing me to move the screen for some reason. Okay. Now do you
Yeah.
see
Now it is
the?
moving. Now it is moving.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So I have been introduced already. So my name is Rashid Mahmood, and I'm from Islamic University of Medina in Saudi Arabia, and I'm going to talk about smart cognitive cities, technologies, and applications. Normally, my talk is more on the technology side. I have given talk in these conferences a few times before, and I normally talk about specific technologies and specific works. But this time, I'm going to talk a bit on higher level, and I would like to have a feedback from the organizers, anyone, that what would they like in the future to see? I mean, do they like on high level or talking about specific works? So, so yes. So first, I will talk about the current state of cognitive cities as of August 2025. So a global assessment of AI-driven urban ecosystems, their implementations, challenges, and opportunities for urban planners and policymakers. So from smart cities to cognitive cities, the evolution. So smart cities, they are data-driven urban connectivity focused on efficiency. They are focused on data-driven urban connectivity, focused on efficiency. Now, in my previous talks, I have talked a lot about smart cities. So the background is that we had a time when various governments started seeing the potential of digital technologies and that they can revolutionize the governance, living, and so on. And they started talking about digital economy, penetrating digital systems into human lives. And from there, eventually we moved to smart cities where we started talking about not only technology, but sustainability, environmental sustainability specifically. Focus was more on environmental sustainability plus technology, plus governance. So cognitive cities, although this word could be a bit branded by IBM as well, but it could be seen as generic as well. So we can think of cognitive cities as advancements of smart cities or evolution of smart cities, where AI-powered autonomous decision-making is used with predictive capabilities. Okay, so the focus is on AI, cognition, and autonomous systems. For example, autonomous cars are becoming common now in many countries. Urban resilience, so through which what we want to achieve urban resilience, adaptive systems responding to environmental and social challenges in real time. So what I see is that this evolution has moved from technology to environmental sustainability to social and economic sustainability. So the transition represents a fundamental shift from connected infrastructure to artificially intelligent urban ecosystems capable of addressing complex challenges such as climate disasters, rapid urbanization, whilst balancing efficiency, sustainability, and equity. And sustainability here, we are talking about triple bottom line, environmental, social, and economic. Global implementations of these cities, cognitive or smart cities. So there is uneven progress. So what you see is that we can say that there are three kinds of implementations. We have advanced implementation, so regions with robust digital infrastructure, substantial investments, and tech-savvy governance leading the cognitive revolution. So this is the first category of countries. Second one, developing implementations, areas adopting specific cognitive solutions while building necessary technological foundations and expertise. So this is the second categories. So among the advanced countries, the first categories, we know that the US, China, Europe, India is doing well as well now in smart cities, moving between advanced implementation and developing implementations. So limited implementations, regions facing significant resource constraints, expertise gaps, and competing priorities, creating cognitive divides. So 5 key trends defining cognitive cities. AI and IoT integration. So we know that we need intelligence and we need data in order to develop autonomous systems. So the data comes through IoT, Internet of Things, and AI provides the brain. So real-time traffic optimization, waste management systems, responding autonomously to urban conditions. So this is example. Green AI and sustainability, energy efficient AI systems integrated with renewable smart grids, minimizing computational environmental footprint. So we know that renewable energy is becoming an important issue. Carbon footprint is becoming an important issue. So this is smart grids, utilizing wind power, solar power. Even now we are talking about hydrogen power, earth earth heat power, and so on. So these are some of the things which are driving green AI and sustainability. Digital governance, the third category. So we have AI-powered chatbots and metaverse platforms enabling 24/7 citizen services and immersive public engagement. Disaster resilience, social media analytics providing real-time disaster detection and mapping through crowdsourced geotag data. Autonomous algorithmic planning, so AI-driven urban planning optimizing resource allocation and addressing complex social, economic, and environmental challenges. So these interconnected trends represent a shift towards proactive, data-driven urban systems that anticipate needs rather than merely responding to them. So some exemplary applications in cognitive cities in action. So for example, real-time disaster management. I mentioned it, that we can use social media data, for example, geotagged social media data to identify risk patterns for floods, fires, and other hazards. AI-driven urban planning, predictive models, optimize traffic, energy, and waste systems, citizen citizen engagement platforms, advanced chatbots, streamline services, while metaverse environments create immersive interfaces for urban planning feedback, virtual town halls, and service access across cognitive cities. So, for example, we can create these virtual environments like Meta, the Facebook has been talking about, and people can have, for example, digital twins, and they can participate in these virtual meetings and virtual plannings and so on. Green AI, the sustainability imperative. So energy, so green AI can reduce energy, according to some numbers, 68 up to 68%. It can reduce carbon reduction 42 up to 42%, and we can have efficiency gain up to 3.2 times. And these are some numbers, and these are some estimates, and these will keep on changing. Cognitive cities are pioneering energy-efficient AI that minimizes computational demands whilst maximizing renewable energy integration, creating urban systems that are both digitally advanced and environmentally sustainable. So critical challenges facing cognitive cities. Ethical risks and algorithmic bias. So we have heard about this. Among the ethical risks are, for example, who is accountable. If your system is biased, then it can affect marginalized community. For example, we have seen some of the groups in different countries who have been wrongly accused by AI, wrongly profiled by AI. So these kind of things have happened. Digital divide and inclusivity. So as we know that these systems create digital divide because there are many people who are not able to get along with these systems. So there's a danger of them to be isolated. So inclusivity is very important. And policy and governance gaps, local governments as well as the federal governments, general governments are adopting AI, but they do not have any consistent frameworks. There's lack of adaptability, explainability, transparency, accountability, sustainability. So therefore, cities are vulnerable to unchecked risks. There are opportunities for advancements. So for example, we can have responsible AI frameworks that helps us to develop ethical, transparent AI policies to mitigate biases and ensure inclusive outcomes. We can have collaborative governance where the stakeholders can be aligned to bridge implementation gaps with solutions tailored to local needs. Green AI scaling, expanding energy efficiency AI and renewable integration for eco-conscious urban futures, predictive urban planning, we talked about this, inclusive digital tools that expand engagement platforms with safeguards for privacy and accessibility. Because of data sharing, privacy is an issue and accessibility is an issue because some people, it is accessible to them, others, it is not. So these interconnected opportunities represent pathways to overcome current limitations, creating more equitable, sustainable, and resilient cognitive urban systems. Case study, hybrid governance models. So there's a lot of talk about human AI collaboration. And actually, this is now part of regulations, emerging AI regulations, that humans must have oversight of AI systems. Earlier, people were talking about humans can replace AI. They should replace AI means they should be autonomous and they should act themselves. Yes, they should be autonomous, but there has to be human oversight. Key success factors are transparent AI decision-making processes. They will be visible to citizens, regular community involvement in technology assessment, diverse stakeholder participation in algorithmic development, clear accountability frameworks for automated systems, accessible interfaces for citizens of all digital literacy levels, not just the people who are at the highest level. The path forward. So building truly cognitive cities. So key takeaways are for these trends that cognitive cities represent a pivotal evolution in urban systems. Their success hinges on balancing technological innovation with ethical consideration. Next steps for urban planners: develop AI ethics guidelines, create cross-sector collaborations, invest in digital literacy, prioritize green AI, establish continuous community feedback mechanisms. So now I will chart some future of cognitive cities and based on these trends and where things are going. Okay. So from smart to cognitive, we talked about this. The urban landscape is transforming from connectivity-driven smart cities to AI-powered cognitive ecosystems. See what happens earlier. We talked about vehicular networks, communication systems, which can provide people connectivity to the internet and so on. From there, we move towards Internet of Things, which start monitoring through sensors. From there, we have reached to AI, state-of-the-art AI, where we are able to use this data and make intelligent decisions. And partly this has been possible because of high-performance computing, supercomputing, big data, analytics, and so on. So these systems are capable of autonomous decision-making, predictive analytics, real-time adaptation to urban needs, and climate resilience through AI. By 2030, digital twins will enable virtual simulations of entire cities, optimizing infrastructure before issues occur. So cognitive cities, we talked about this, smart cities of the past, and then how cognitive cities are moving, and we see them moving between 2025 to 2030 through AI-powered autonomous systems. And then we have quantum era, which is being talked about after 2030, where quantum computing will allow us to do the kind of computations which we haven't seen before. And this will empower our ability to do autonomous management of cities. And 6G networks will enable, and edge computing will enable the connectivity between the systems. So green and responsible AI as core drivers. So green AI implementation, carbon neutral operations, ethical frameworks, and participatory governance, they will be important to realize these objectives. I'm trying to go faster now because I see the time. AI for enhanced resilience and disaster management. So by 2030, we expect that cognitive cities will feature real-time disaster detection, predictive risk mapping, agentic AI systems, which will automatically respond to emergencies, and quantum-powered simulations, modeling complex climate scenarios. Agentic AI is already beginning to revolutionize the way we live, so we will move towards autonomous urban systems. We expect 92% better incident prediction, 3-minute response time, and 40% damage reduction. So these are some numbers according to some estimates. Advanced public engagement and communication platforms, so AI-powered chatbots, we talked about this. Metaverse integration, so we will have humans in physical environments as well as in virtual environments meeting together. And there will be immersive feedback system through these virtual reality, 6G, and so on. Algorithmic urban planning and quantum integration will enable another level of capacity for these cognitive cities. So we expect that 2025, 27, we will have AI-assisted planning tools optimizing for climate resilience, with human planners making final decisions. We see 28 to 32 human AI collaborative planning teams with algorithms proposing solutions that humans refine and approve. So we have a lot of talk about AI replacing humans. We talked about this, but what we see is that humans will use these AI tools to enhance their capacity for doing whatever they are doing. So then 2033 to 35, quantum AI urbanism emerges, processing previously impossible data sets to model complex urban transactions. So challenges on the horizon: ethical and bias risks, digital divides, policy gaps, because the regulations which are coming, like EU AI Act, GDPR, Chinese regulations on AI, recommender systems, American regulations such as HIPAA, these are there helpful, but they are not able to meet the requirement now. For example, the companies, they are trying to throw these regulations because it is stopping them from doing what they are doing. While these regulations are important to safeguard people's health, people's interests, particularly now, mental health is very important, and cognitive systems, which are these AI systems which are looking into human cognition, brains, they are very dangerous for privacy and impact on people. Over reliance on technology, that is another issue which we see as a major issue to be addressed. Path forward: human AI urban synergy. So cognitive cities represent a profound opportunity to address urbanization challenges. We need ethical frameworks, ensuring transparent, accountable AI, collaborative governance, sustainable urban futures by green AI solutions, inclusive engagement via inaccessible digital platforms. So quickly going through a bit more details on one of the topic on media and journalism, AI's role in media and journalism. So this is important and this is relevant because media and journalism will help people to understand what is good for them, communicate, enable better communication between governments and people, and therefore this is an important area of exploration. So for that, I, along with Jao Kanahivalas, organized a special issue which we closed very recently, and the information is available. Feel free to contact me. And so here we looked into journalism, media, and artificial intelligence, and we looked at defining the journey. So we had 15 peer-reviewed contributions from 36 authors across 12 countries. So the research examines AI's role in content production, investigative reporting, ethical governance, audience perception, and scholarly reflection, organized into 5 core thematic parameters. So in terms of these 5 core parameters are AI and journalistic content production, AI for investigative and data-driven journalism, ethical and governance frameworks, audience trust, perception, and human AI collaboration, scholarly review, meta-analysis, and risk discourse. So the first category, we received 5 primary contributions. So we had Spanish slow journalism, where we saw minimal AI usage among practitioners with concerns about ethical boundaries and job security. AI-generated headlines. So there was a research on Romanian media study that shows readers were more attracted to AI-generated headlines despite expressing distrust of clickbait. And we know that this is what we are doing as well. We like these kind of AI-generated headlines that pick our interest. So adoption factors in the Arab Gulf region, hedonic motivation, trust, and habit are strong predictors of intention to use AI tools. The second category, AI for investigative and data-driven journalism. So we found a paper on disinformation detection. So Santos identified core strategies such as fact-checking, sentiment analysis, and hybrid systems involving human oversight for detecting disinformation. Labor market analysis by Alaqal presents a machine learning pipeline to extract and analyze labor market trends from LinkedIn posts, classifying data into generational, industrial, and employment-related categories. So in this work, they looked at how different generations are acting in smart cities, cognitive cities, what is their impact, what are their challenges, and so on. Open source tools, Pinto and Barbosa noted how open source AI tools are being used for data mining and pattern recognition, particularly where investigative capacity is limited by financial constraint. Third category, ethical and governance frameworks, which are very important. So Sanchez Garcia analyzed editorial style book and internal AI guidelines from 45 journalistic organizations showing how media institutions are crafting rules to limit generative AI use, and the other papers. Fourth category is audience trust, perception, and human AI collaboration. So credibility perception, AI-enabled consent is consistently perceived as less credible, less intelligent, and less human than intelligent human-authored content. Production preferences, audiences generally prefer lower levels of AI integration, but trust remains stable when human editorial control is maintained. Trust building, transparency, clear role division, and human oversight remains critical for audience acceptance of AI in journalism. So the final category is scholarly reviews and discourse. This parameter collates contributions that reflect on the broader field of AI in journalism through systematic reviews, bibliometric studies, and discursive analysis. So the first category examine how AI-related risks are constructed in European press, identifying 14 types of risk and 7 voice categories. I will skip the next one to finish in time. A framework for future research. So we need content creation. So research must address both technological performance and epistemological foundations of AI-assisted content. Discovery and investigation explore how machine learning can enhance journalistic inquiry into socially relevant issues. Ethics and governance extend studies to include regulatory regimes and institutional accountability mechanism. Meta-reflection continue investment in scholarly synthesis to reveal areas of underdevelopment. Audience trust investigate how trust is built, lost, and restored in environments with increasing automation. So defining the journey forward. So the special show begin with a call to critically examine proactively and proactively shape the evolving landscape. The title is not rhetorical. It is called for a collaborative agenda setting process that recognizes the urgency of the current moment and the opportunity that AI offers to transform journalism. The journey defined in these pages is still unfolding, but the contributions presented herein offer a strong foundation and critical guideposts for the path ahead. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for very informative talk. Yeah, in
Thank you.
fact, it is a time to use AI in smart cities as well as green cities, and also for enhance the disaster resilience and management for any extreme weather events. In fact, I worked in Saudi Arabia for 3 years in King Abdulaziz University, where I in many extreme weather events in the cities. Like for example, one of our in Jeddah in 2009, it is flooded and due to the heavy rainfall, right? Maybe you might be aware in that.
Yeah, I worked there for 8 years before I
Oh,
moved
great,
here.
great. Yeah, I worked in atmospheric science department because
Okay.
my expertise in climate modeling and weather modeling. So that
Okay. What
time,
year?
that time King Abdulaziz University has established a very huge computing resources in 10 years
Yeah.
back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So thank you very much, sir, for coming here all the way
Okay.
to deliver a talk. And I think we have any offline participants questions or online participants. Can you please raise the hand so that I can ask the questions? Yeah, it seems there is no questions in
No
the chat
question.
box.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, sir. Thank you very much, and sharing your knowledge and expertise. We hope
Thank you very much.
by next year we can see you personally in the campus.
Okay, hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah, yeah. Please, I welcome, sir. Yeah. Thank you very
Okay,
much, sir.
bye.
So, Idwitji,
Good morning, sir.
good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, the second speaker is ready now, or we can wait for.
Our second case.
Raju sir,
Yeah.
Yudhvir sir is with the second keynote speaker.
Okay.
So we just have to wait for another 5 or 6 minutes, not more than
Okay.
that.
Just let us break for 5 minutes and then we can start, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So welcome back. Idvir sir, shall I start now or wait for 1 or 2 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Just wait, sir.
So, welcome back. Very good morning, sir. I am Dr. PVS Raju, Director, Center for Ocean Atmospheric Science and Technology.
Raju, sir, wait.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Yeah. So, how are you, sir?
Right, all well, sir. Doing fine,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you, sir, for coming to MIT University this time. So, you please
Yes.
visit our center. We have set up a high performance computing server here in the universities. And but we want to enhance the computational resources with this existing system. So please come after your talk and we can this. Maybe I am on leave today, but one of my colleague will be there to discuss with you.
Sure, sure. Sir. We'll have it. Definitely.
Wait one minute, sir. Wait one minute.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sir,
सर बैठ एक बार सर
बैठे रहो.
सर का इंट्रोडक्शन
Shall I start, ma'am?
सर का
Yes.
सर only 1 minute sir आई विशाल सर
Chal, sir.
आदेश विशाल नहीं वेलकम सर
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
स्मॉल
Sir.
Yeah, very good morning. So just warm welcome, sir. Just I will introduce today's speaker. Dr. Pilli Emmanuel Shubhankar is currently working as Associate Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur. So Dr. Shubhankar has 25 years of teaching, research and administrative experience. He has awarded PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee for the thesis of the title, A Framework for Network Forensic Analysis in 2012. He has co-authored two books, Fundamentals of Network Forensics, a research perspective published by Springer in 2016, and Cloud Security, Attacks, Techniques, Tools and Challenges, published by CRC Press, Taylor and Francis in 2021. He has supervised 9 PhD theses and 44 MTech dissertations. He has presently guiding 3 MTech and 7 PhD students in security and forensics, cloud computing, big data, IoT, blockchain, and quantum computing. He is convener, Department of Computer Science and Engineering PG Committee, and the co-principal investigator of Electronics and ICT Academy Phase 2 in MNIT. He has an additional role of Dean Academic Affairs and Dean Faculty Affairs in Indian Institute of Information Technology, Kota. He has honorary Dean Network and Hardware in Vishwakarma Skill Universities, Jaipur. He is senior member of both IEEE and ACM. He is a member of Cloud Computing Innovation Council of India, Quantum Ecosystem Technology Council of India, and Digital Forensic Research Workshop. With this rich experience, I warmly welcome Professor Shubhankar to deliver his talk. So floor is yours, sir. So you have 30 minutes and 5 minutes is questions.
Sure, sure.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. I also would like to join the link. Just to give me 1 minute.
Yeah. I request all online participants to pose your questions in the chat box. After the talk, we can discuss. Sir will give the answers.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind introduction, and thank you for inviting me here, Manju ma'am and sir, PVS Raju sir, for inviting me here, and other faculty colleagues who are here. It's a joy for me to share my thoughts with you. It's an AI conference, I know, but I am a security and forensics person, a researcher who basically focuses on security and forensics. And here we see that there is a lot of artificial intelligence being applied, machine learning and even deep learning, as we see. So across my journey in multiple fields, I will just share some thoughts of how we can do that and what we did, so that it will be useful for all the researchers who are wanting to see how you can go about giving a solution. But before that, briefly, I would like to share a few thoughts that if you look at the artificial intelligence, the resources that are needed to run AI codes, that is the first challenge which our country is looking forward. As we see, we may be using Google Colab, or we may be setting up GPU clusters and running. Just now, Dr. Raju was mentioning about a cluster being set up, the GPU nodes being set up, a high performance computing setup being done in Amity University. So that's a great progress. And as we see, most of the resources are made abroad. They are not made in India. So that is one important challenge, though we have a lot of thought process being developed in AI and machine learning and data science and allied subjects. We still do not have the native, the computing environment. We are still dependent on imports. Yesterday, of course, a few of the ministers have also commented, and some of the professors also, academicians have also commented in a recent conference that we have to, first build the essential requirements. That is a thought I want to leave with you. Because if you see, if you look at a processor, we don't have a processor because they are made by either Intel or AMD or Motorola or other processors which are not Indian in one sense. So we don't have a Indian processor, we don't have an Indian browser, we don't have an Indian operating system. So these are challenges, and we don't have an Indian GPU to work with. There are so many companies who are investing and building the technology here, but we don't have that. And slowly we are also catching up on quantum technologies. And again, the challenge is recently Quantum India Bengaluru. There was a big conference, about 2,000 people, academicians, scientists, and industry experts participated. Many Nobel laureates came and spoke on quantum computing, and they said, if you want to make in India, first innovate in India. So I think that is a challenge before us. We are trying to use solutions made by others and build new solutions. We are actually using technology. We are not building technology. So this is one thought I want to leave with you. And hence, most of the time, we are actually seen as consumers rather than as developers or designers. Most of our engineers are also, or most of our researchers also are into building solutions, not building the, the platforms or the frameworks which actually help build the solutions. So when you look at any Python, any programming language like Python or Java or C++ or anything, most of us are very good experts, but we have never designed any language of our own for our country. So these are challenges that I want to leave with you, and take it very seriously, because we need to talk about. So these days I am working a little bit on quantum also, and when they ask me what do you want to teach on quantum, or what do you want to share on quantum, I always say I want to speak on quantum hardware, because the day India makes quantum hardware, that is the day when India will be a leader in quantum or any other matter. So though we are learning and doing a lot of research on AI, native solutions, native algorithms have not been proposed. Many Indians have proposed, but they are not in India. Unfortunately, they are working in other units abroad. So all of us who are from students from MIT and also researchers who are presenting their papers, my challenge before you is to build some native algorithms which can become standards at the international level. So it doesn't happen in a day, but it may happen in the next 5 years. So today, if we start, I think next 5 years, maybe the 9th conference of AIA, I think we'll have a very solid, contributions which may come up. So let's begin with that thought. So let me share with you some thoughts that I want. Can I shift the slides here? I think that will be better. Yes, sir. I could connect the. Yes, it will. Video. Yeah, it's very interesting. We have a contribution. Need to. This was. Yeah, I hope the screen is visible. Yes. Yeah. So thank you so much. Sorry for the slide delay. We were just shifting the slides. So right. So here is one thought process that I want to share with you. This is related to what is called the cloud environments. We did a little bit of intrusion detection. So here is where we combined security and AI. We combine together, right? So AI techniques we used. So let me quickly show you that there were three mechanisms here. One at the virtual machine level, one at the hypervisor level, and one at the network level. So the three defenses, all the three defenses used AI methods. So that is what. And if you look at the first paper was a conference paper in Australia. The second two were journal papers. VMguard was a transaction paper. And lastly, again, it was a conference paper. So you can look at this kind of a combination. And there were, of course, survey papers also related to this aspect, which was written. So three layers is what a solution we developed. And all the three layers, the solution was dependent on using a machine learning mechanism that we try to do it, right? So these are the three methods that are there. So let me show one by one. And in fact, if you look at the second step, it is two different approaches were used. And both the approaches were again basically AI related and data mining related approaches. So this is a kind of a cloud environment. Now, whenever you want to apply AI to security, that is the theme for today. And when we look at when I want to apply in security, security can be applied in multiple ways. Earlier, security means network security. Earlier, security means computer security. So it was related to one system or to the network of systems. But now, slowly as we move ahead, now security can be applied at cloud. Security can be applied on IoT devices. security can be applied on big data environments. Security issues are there in environments called dark web. Security issues are there in blockchain. So as you see, there are so many domains for which security can be applied. So here are some few case studies that I want to present before you. I may not go in details, but maybe I will share these slides. They are all published works. The papers are published and the theses are also published. The theses have been completed. So you can look at some of these aspects in many of the papers that are related. This work is done by Preeti Mishra, one of my earlier first PhD student. So here we see a cloud architecture. And in the cloud architecture, we have placed a tool or a component in the virtual machine, as you can look at it. Then we placed another tool on the hypervisor. For a cloud, there are multiple layers. One is a virtual machine. The virtual machine you would have used. Hypervisor, the equivalent, a simple term that you can understand is VirtualBox or VMware. So that is a hypervisor. And of course, at the network layer, which is again virtualized network and also the normal network, you have another protocol which is running or a component which is running. So these three components are actually analyzing data. What kind of data? Packets that are coming in. So packets are collected and an analysis, a classification is done. So in all these three cases, AI was used as a classifier. So these are various attacks that are there. And this is a diagram which is published in Journal of Network and Computer Applications. You can look up these basic, what are the attacks that are there and where the attacks can be held. So the numbering is done accordingly at the hypervisor level, at the virtual machine level, at the storage level, at the hardware level. All these attacks were all analyzed and explained, right? So this is the kind of intrusion detection techniques that are there. But when we looked at the guest based and at the virtual machine based, at VMM means hypervisor based and the network based. So this is the kind of summary that was done, but let me quickly take you through this aspect. So when we approached security, many people at that point of time were working on distributed denial of service. So people who are approaching AI for security, you will understand that there is something which is called distributed denial of service attacks, which is at the entry level of the network. So the network should be down. So they launch what is called distributed denial of service attacks. So a lot of requests come in. So the system is not able to respond. And after some time, the service becomes unavailable, right? So only those research was going on. So I told my student that we need to cross beyond, because cloud is also a network, but cloud is different from a network when we understand something which is called virtualization. So you have to cross the hypervisor layer. Then only I will agree that this is a cloud security. So it was a challenging aspect, but then she also realized that I don't think I'll be able to do it. Sir, we are in MNIT only and we are not in MIT, not in Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that we can attempt so much. But I said we should try. If we don't get it, that's different. But let us try to go beyond hypervisor. Let us see what has happened. So fortunately, we got in a tool called virtual machine introspection. It was also a PhD thesis of one of the students, and he built this tool of sitting in a virtual machine and understanding what is going on in the virtual machine. So it's an introspection tool. So once we got the tool, we collected some data. And later, she came up with the argument, sir, I said, you set up a cloud, and we were trying to build the resources and setting up a cloud. But then the problem that is there is setting up a cloud and collecting data is a big challenge. So she argued with me that, sir, we are getting data at the hypervisor level, which you don't have to set up the entire cloud. We'll just set up the hypervisor. On the hypervisor, we'll collect the data. Now, why am I telling all these things? Please correlate with some problem that you are working on. Maybe some security problem that you are working on. You want to apply AI and you want to collect data, or you want to set up the whole environment and collect the data. Setting up the environment may be a big challenge. Resources to set up the environment may be a big challenge. So what to do? Okay, whatever resources you have, what can be done? So using the resources that are there with you, now what she did was she just set up a single very powerful computer. She took a server which I could provide, and on that she ran hypervisors, and she could collect a lot of these system calls using virtual machine introspection tool. The sequence of system calls were collected, and the malicious system calls were run, and they were collected. So the data was analyzed. And later, what she did, she could not get a cloud data. Cloud data is not available. Many of us want to do AI, but when we can do AI, only when data is available. So data was not available. Now what to do? So what she did was she found how the data looks like. She launched some small attacks. She collected the data. She got some system call information. She got some malicious system call information, some sequences she has collected, and she understood how the diagram goes on. Right. So this is a mechanism that she created, and later she created some system calls like this. So she got some information by launching attacks. She got this information, and there were some traces which were there on the VM, and some tools were given. So looking at that, so she tried to create what was a feature vector, right? And based on that, now this was available to her, but a cloud data set was not available. Attacks on cloud were not available, but attacks on hypervisor were available, or attacks on network were available. So what she did was she took a network data set which had similar features, analyzed that using machine learning. So there were all these system calls that were there. This data set was readily available. This is not a cloud data set. This is a network data set. But whatever system calls were getting generated in a normal cloud network is the same, similar to these malicious items you could also get here. So she said, whether if I get a data set like this in cloud and I run some machine learning algorithm, I will get a good result. So she argued, and I said, okay, let me try. So she ran some simple machine learning algorithms, and she got some good results. And then she published. And then we sent it to a very good conference called HPC conference, HPCC in Australia. And she compared with two methods, and she showed that her results are better. And then based on that, she could get the paper, right? So that's how slowly from that, she went into a second step where you see VM guard is a transaction paper and VAED is a journal paper. So this is evasion detection. And this is VM guard, which is using again system called sequence analysis only. Here also it is system called transition analysis. This is system called sequence analysis. Again, the analysis was again done using simple machine learning mechanisms. So she again did the same thing, captured some some attack data at the hypervisor level. Now she could run, and then she could get some sequences like this. So she created bag of n-grams. You would have heard TF-IDF. You would have heard, right? Term frequency and inverse document frequency, or random forest classifiers. And she did some of the behavioral analysis she found from that. She calculated, these are the definitions of TF-IDF, and she built a mechanism like this. And finally, this is where the learning algorithms, feature selection algorithm, and the learning algorithms and bag of n-grams. Yeah, please. Anybody would like to ask something?
I think we continue, sir. After the presentation, we can have the questions, I think.
Screen sharing is lost, is it? One minute. Can we again save the screen share? This that's it. No, this is not PDF. Right, is the screen chal raha hai? Yeah. So here we see this was a learning and detection. This is the AI part that we are looking at, right? And similarly, she did another network level attack. She found some hidden processes which are there, and then again she ran on various other data sets, and she could get the results, and these were published. So I was surprised how these papers are getting published, because they are not actual cloud data. But actual cloud data is not there. So when we say that, okay, this is the data, and if I get such data, and cloud data will also be same. So please try to look at similar solutions in your own case study. You may be wanting to generate the whole data, which may not be possible, right? Or you may not get a data set which is readily available. But there may be some data sets which are similar. So what you can argue is, whatever I am running a classification algorithm here, I can use it in my mechanism also. But you have to run some sample codes and show them that this data is similar to what kind of data that is generated, which has already been created in the data set. So you give better solutions there, and give a solution here. So this was a different system called SCDG and a system called transition. So you create what is called SCDG, directed graph, and system called directed graph using this mapping, and then you can get a solution. And of course, you can understand that somewhere you are using learning and classification, which is basically what has happened. And the evasive data set of University of California was used, and simply on a very powerful processor, we could run these codes and we could get that. So some of these small experiments were done, and later these experiments were analyzed, and a similar data set was compared. Now, when the comparison was done, it was done on a network data set, and then you could get the better results. And then you used ensemble models, right? Like you combine random forest, decision trees, and then you combine them, and then you fuse SVM plus DT, SVM plus naive Bayes, and you fuse it and you get better results. So this is how the papers were published. So finally, when she completed, she had 5 conference papers and 5 journal papers, and she could compare multiple techniques that were there, right? So let me quickly go to another aspect. This was on cloud. Then one of the work that was done was disruptive event identification on online social network. Aditi Sita could get 2 transaction papers. Very surprising. Their data set was there, but then machine learning was used, and this was the framework which is published in IEEE transactions on emerging topics in computing. So a deep learning mechanism was used, and a simple mechanism was used, what was called continual machine learning. So continual machine learning is a slightly improved version of what is a machine learning. What is continual machine learning? Machine learning is you take a single set of data, you analyze it, and you conclude. That's all. But let us say data is getting added every day. Data is getting added every day. Now, how do the results will change? Every day you have to analyze, and you come to a different learning. You have a previous learning mechanism, previous data which you have already learned, and new data is coming, and you are again learning. You're learning new things, and based on that, again the data set is getting evaluated. So that is how this mechanism came up, right? And slowly, after some time, she came up with another mechanism which was called this is continual machine learning. The second paper that we did, of course, she did a lot of machine learning on various data sets, and we could get that, right? So this was on LSTM, by LSTM, RNN, GRU, and by GRU. So you know this, and how the ablation study is presented based on the various memory bucket values and the number of classes that were 5, 3, and so on, right? So slowly she moved into what was called the next method, which is said selective forgetting. Now, what is selective forgetting? Continuous machine learning. Continuous machine learning, you're adding the data, but then the huge data is coming. So the previous data does not have a very strong influence in what is going on currently. So what you have to do? You have to forget some of the data. You have to ignore some of the data. So that is selective forgetting. So another framework was created. This was published in IEEE transactions on computational social systems. So surprisingly, this girl was actually working on the project, which was basically on disruptive event detection, which was granted by IISc Bangalore for MNIT Jaipur. And she did the project in 2 years, and in 2 years she got 2 papers. So I think, see, machine learning gives a very open environment for us to do some of these things, and simple data sets were used and simple mechanisms were used, and they could get better results and find out disruptive events which were there. And then you could see what is called amnesic unlearning. That is, amnesia is forgetting. So unlearning is you forget some of the things. So selective forgetting. So some of these aspects that you can try to look at. Okay, let me go forward, and then some of the other work that she did. Then we had in Internet of Things, we had some of the attacks being done, right? So evaluation of that. So this was Anil Kumar Prajapati recently submitted, and there were a variety of attacks that are there, and he analyzed the whole thing and wrote a survey paper. So these are all the exhaustive attacks that can happen. Now, how to analyze this? So he used what is called a federated learning mechanism. Now, federated learning is very important, and federated learning applied to security is giving excellent results. So some of you may be working on security problems, and when you want to apply AI, so please consider the concept of federated learning. Federated learning gives you localized and globalized learning mechanisms. So localized learning will keep it more private. So you have some data which is collected in a local environment, and the local system that is executed will not allow anything about the data to go out beyond the where it is being evaluated. So only the some of the metrics go out, or some of the evaluation criteria goes out, but the actual data is not there. Actual data is totally private. So federated learning actually helps us to preserve privacy. So privacy preserving machine learning you can look at, and that will be federated learning. So there are many things that he did, but let me take you directly to that aspect where we are talking about federated learning. So I will share all the slides. You can look at some of the things. Many places they have applied what are called hyperparameter based deep learning mechanism. This was one thing. So where he tuned the hyperparameters, it was published in 10con, right? So these are some of the things that you can look at, but let me come to the aspect of they have downloaded few data sets called route dataset and other things, but this is where the federated learning database. So you have a client data set preparation, that is the local one, and there is a global aggregation model, which is the thing. So they designed a framework called Flamingo, which is currently being evaluated. But of course, the student has submitted the thesis. This was submitted to IEEE Transactions on Network and Service Management. We are hoping to get positive results, because the results are very good and the concept is also very good. And the theme, as you can see, it's a federated learning based anomaly detection. So in security, most of the things are basically intrusion detection, and most of the things are basically anomaly detection. You can try to look at some of these things. So this is the model, which is the local model and the global model. The local model is done on their local system. So you will have 5 to 10 systems. There will be one system which is controlling the whole thing, and there are 4 or 5 clients which are running the whole thing. So you divide the whole thing into these 2 parts, and then you have the data set input, combining the attack samples, splitting the data, and training and testing data sets, and partitioning training data for clients. Where federated means it is a combination of independent units. Federation we call, right? Federation is independent clubs, they combine together and form a federation, right? So independent units do execute, and finally a global result is created. So that is where we looked at some of these attacks, and then the training was done, and federated learning was used here. So the thing and a simple mechanism was used, and of course the deep learning framework TensorFlow, and the neural network API from Keras library, and the machine learning toolkit scikit-learn was used, and then it was run on simple NVIDIA RTX cards, right? Not on Google Colab, but on the physical machines we executed, and we could get the results. 2 data sets were analyzed. One was Root 4, which was published in 2023, and the ERA data sets, and then they could get the various results and compared, right? And then they also looked at various, multi-client classification they could look at. So there were different kinds of attacks, 5 attacks in Route 4 and 4 attacks in IRAD, different kinds of attacks. Rank attack and hello flood attack, version number attack, DODAG attack. So all these attacks are there, and they applied the deep learning mechanisms in the federated learning model, CNN, LSTM, RNN, CNN, RNN, and CNN, LSTM. Finally, they could get that CNN and LSTM was giving the best results, right? So that is how I'm only trying to give you an idea of how to approach things, right? So I have presented continual learning, I presented federated learning, and I presented normal machine learning, which was done, and we could get the good results. And then again, binary class and multi-class, 2 classes, yes or no, multiple classes, different types of attacks could also be done. And then we also applied, lastly, maybe quickly, present work that is going on is in the dark web, right? Some of you maybe heard about torrents, you would have used. It was built on Tor protocol, the onion routing protocol. So don't have much time. You can visit these slides later. But what we did was we tried to look at various types of attacks, which is basically traffic injection, relay compromise. Relays are intermediate systems which keep the whole system anonymous. Tor is a kind of an example protocol for anonymous communication networks. Anonymous communication network, and packet leaves our system. From there, it is totally anonymous till it reaches the last system, before which it goes towards the system. It goes towards the destination, right? In between, we don't know where it goes from. It is still using the internet only. It uses the internet, but then it creates an overlay network. So you cannot, once the packet leaves the first router, right, we cannot trace it till it reaches the last router, and from there it comes into the network. And it goes to only the designated systems, which are basically indexed using .onion sites. They are not, of course, you can visit .com sites, .in sites and other sites also. But basically the Tor traffic is addressed to .onion sites, right? So that's a different world. Maybe you can explore that. But what we did there is we try to analyze patterns. How did we do that? We used deep neural networks, we used convolution neural networks, and we try to recognize patterns in packet sequences, which are going, which are having, what do you say, encrypted mechanisms as well. So then we try to learn the dependencies in the interpacket delays. We try to differentiate between benign and anomalous and encrypted flows, right? So, so we can apply classical machine learning or deep learning, and obviously CNN, RNN is the way to go forward. So various things. What we did was website fingerprinting, flow correlation, okay, watermarking, and hidden SVC. So we tried to use various models and try to combine that. So a variety of experiments we did. One of the paper is called iProber, which is still under evaluation. So we did based on some existing work, we tried to improve that, and we compared it with MLE flow and prop flow, 2 papers, and we see that we have a significant improvement in iProber. So the values are drastically reduced. The errors are drastically reduced as we see for 200 epochs, right? So there is a, you know, the green line, you see the orange line is on the higher side, and you can see that that is how it provides a good result, right? And of course, we try to look at plugin based these things also. So we tried to create a mechanism model, and we used classifiers here, and we did a lot of model training as well. And then of course, we had a collection of the data, and then we again did classification, feature selection. So identification, feature selection, classification, and finally we got the results, and we could get the type of data. So there were a few data sets which are available, and we also collected from our own system because this traffic we cannot collect on the college network. Obviously, we used a mobile phone, and we used we connected to the Tor network, and we collected the data, and then based on the different values, we try to analyze that. So the way to do it is first launch an attack in the environment that you want to study. Get close to it, understand it, what is actually happening. Then later, you can try to find out a data set which are similar. Then you apply a very good machine learning algorithm, or a combination of machine learning algorithm, or a combination of machine learning and deep learning algorithms, and then get better result. So obviously, the challenge is to finally take a data set and arrive at a better result than all that have already been published. So that is a challenge. So how do we do that? So first we have to understand what is the technology, what is the attack mechanism, how the attacks are done, what are the data that the attacks will generate. Collect that information and see whether you have a similar data set. May not be the actual environment data set, but then you have a similar data set. So you have to show that there is a correlation between this data set and that data that was collected. And hence now I will analyze on this data and give you the results. And that is accepted. So that's good news for you. So I hope I did some justice in trying to show you how things could be done and what could be done. And there was a paper on website fingerprinting, and website fingerprinting data sets were there. Closed world and open world data set was there, and how the threat modeling happens and how people do it. So there are papers called WTF Pad, Tamaro, and other papers were there. And we did a paper called Adaptor, right, which is also under review. So we compared with multiple papers, Mockingbird, WTF Pad, and normal undefended network, full duplex and half duplex, and then we could get better results, definitely better results than the existing mechanism. So this is how we are a variety of things that are there. Flow relation is what we did. This paper is under, so we have compared with the Deep Core is a paper, and Deep Coffee is another paper. We compared our paper Hydra with these two papers, and we are yet to, we are waiting for the reviews to be done. We have submitted the paper, and this is how our Hydra is comparing with existing papers. So basically look at any field that you take up. So please read papers that are there and see what they've done. You implement it, you run those algorithms, you run and you try to see whether you get the same results. then you can modify it or you can make a combination and then you can improve it. So I hope I did some help to you, and these are the challenges that are there, especially when you do with website fingerprinting, right? So I'll stop here. If you have any questions, I have given you an overview of multiple, multiple mechanisms. We discussed cloud, we discussed IoT, we discussed dark web, we discussed RPL, also two mechanisms we discussed. We discussed disruptive event prediction. So hopefully you have got an idea. Because hardly 25 minutes, I could not go into the details of the results and other things. But basically what I did was to show you how you should approach, right? So what you do, you launch attacks in that environment. Take a new environment, let us say metaverse, okay? Or let us say drones. So create if you get live drones, then that's fine. Launch some attacks which are already there, or create a simulated version of the drones, launch attacks in that environment, and then analyze the data. And maybe you may not have data which is collected from drones and all. So what you can do is you can look at similar data, which is equivalent to what actually happens when you launch a data. We did a project on ZigBee protocol, ZigBee sec. We proposed a protocol. What we did in the ZigBee environment, we launched the attacks, and then we got a lot of data. And then we tried to look at similar data because we could not get. So we analyzed only ZigBee sec, whatever data we could get, and submitted for a conference paper, right? So in the ZigBee environment, we tried to understand how to launch attacks on the ZigBee network, and we actually physically set up a ZigBee network. It was about 1 lakh rupees. We could get all the equipment. It was a project also, so we could get that equipment and we could do that. So live ZigBee on bulbs, on variety of things that are there, we could connect as a network, and then we could compromise some of the devices, and we could see how it goes, and then we could try to analyze. So once you get that data, and then if you can look for a similar data set in another domain, similar domain, or a network data set maybe, and then you analyze the data set, give a better algorithm. That is the solution. That is the challenge. And what are we doing better algorithms? As I mentioned, we are doing what is called 1921, 1920 or 1921, right? A small modification we are doing, a small improvement we are doing, but actually groundbreaking thought process is not there. We are not thinking of a new algorithm. The whole, most of the publications that I see, they are having CNN, RNN, LSTM, BiLSTM, and so on, right? Nothing else is there. So that is where is the question that we try to look at. So please take it as a challenge. Maybe if you can come up with a new algorithm, that's a very good, excellent research that you're doing in AI. Otherwise, what we are doing is we are combining multiple algorithms and getting better results. So my challenge is to think of proposing a new algorithm and do it if that is possible. Otherwise, of course, we continue in the same way. But then we should not only do, most of them do it on computer vision, AI. AI means computer vision or natural language processing. Only two major domains that we talk about, right? But then security is another major domain where AI can be used. That is the thought I wanted to bring in. I brought in the case studies just to encourage you that it is possible, and then you can get very good papers. We have transaction papers, we have journal papers. I have about 30 papers now recently published using AI. A lot of AI and machine learning, deep learning has been used. And some more papers are under review. Hopefully, I could do some justice because the security and AI is combining them is a challenge. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for very informative and motivating talk. Yes, you correctly pointed out that we are using the technologies, not developing the technologies. Because in India, we are very highly producing manpower. If you can see, many universities are nowadays, computer science is one of the most hot topic students are joining. But most of the students are utilizing this technology, not developing the technologies. So maybe with this Vikasit Bharat, as Narendra Modi sab has mentioned that under this Vikasit Bharat, maybe India will develop some of the new technologies in India itself. Yeah. Thank you very much. And
Sure. Thank you.
yeah. So I think there is no questions in the chat box. And so any physical questions? Yeah, I think
Yeah, it will take some time for them to sync through.
Yeah. So please share your
And-
email address so that we can share all our participants so that
Right.
they can be contact you with any help or any guidance from you, sir.
Yes, sir. I am posting in the chat and then you can
Yeah.
mail me. The other thing is I will share the slides with sir. Sir, I already shared on the system.
Right.
So sir will share, sir can share with the participants,
Yeah.
right? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for all the way you are coming, your time and valuable time and coming to our universities. Hope you enjoyed that
Yes.
university's ecosystem. And please visit
Yes,
our
sir.
department also, sir.
Sure, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Raju sir, thank you very much for sparing a valuable time and sharing the wonderful session.
sir.
In these sessions, we are witness of two very eminent speaker. One of the Rashid Mahmood sir, other Pillai sir. We are very thankful to sir. You are sparing valuable time.
Yeah.
And sharing the wonderful session. Thank you very
sir.
much,
Thank
sir.
you. Yeah, very thank you, sir.
And we are also very thankful to Pillai sir. And he is coming offline and sparing a valuable time and cutting edge technology on machine learning and new developed technology. So definitely our research scholar and students from the especially cybersecurity and other branches definitely benefited. I hopefully this lecture will be benefited all of us. Thank you very much, sir, for coming as offline. We are very thankful to you.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm now closing this.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Sir. Yes, now we are closing these sessions. Now we are going to start paper presentation session number 4. Those students who are going to present their papers to join these sessions, we will start very soon.
Very warm. Very warm greetings to one and all present here. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed session chairs, Professor Dr. Sandeep Saxena sir, HOD AIML and AIFS, JIMS Engineering Management Technical Campus Greater Noida, and Dr. Udalak Mitra sir, JIS College of Engineering, Kalyani, West Bengal. We are privileged to have your valuable guidance and expert insights leading this session, sir. So with your due permission, can we start the paper presentations?
Yes, ma'am, we can start this paper presentation.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Before starting the presentations, I would like to give a few quick instructions. As we are limited by time and have more presenters scheduled today than on other days, we kindly request all the presenters and authors to keep your presentations concise, focusing mainly on methodology and conclusion within the allotted time, which is 5 minutes, and a request not to exceed that time. And secondly, before presenting, you have to clearly mention your co-author's name so that we can take a clear note of that. So starting with the presentations, I would like to first call with paper ID AIAIA06 Gunjan Verma with paper title Neuromorphic Methodological Framework for ECG-based arrhythmia detection using SCNN.
Oh, hello. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, screen is visible.
Okay. One second. Can you confirm again, please?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. My name is Gunjan Verma, and I'm a PhD research scholar in AUR. And today I will be presenting my research work on using a brain-inspired artificial intelligence model called Spiking Convolutional Neural Networks, or SCNN, for detecting the irregular heart rhythms using ECG signals. This work focuses on combining the power of neuromorphic computing with medical signal analysis to build smarter, faster, and more energy-efficient diagnostic systems. My research guide is Dr. Hani Gochar, and with co-guide Dr. Sweetie Verma. Proceeding further, Cardiovascular disease remains the leading cause of death worldwide, and among these, arrhythmias are particularly dangerous because they occur when the heart rhythm becomes irregular. So these irregularities can lead to serious consequences such as stroke or sudden cardiac arrest if not detected early. The most widely used tool for diagnosing arrhythmia is the electrocardiogram or ECG. But the interpretation of ECG signal manually takes time and is prone to human error. In the recent year, deep learning has been used to automate ECG analysis, and models like CNN and RNN have shown good accuracy. However, these models consume a lot of energy and are not practical for the use in real-time monitoring systems or in a small wearable devices. So the objective of this research was to design a neuromorphic framework using spiking convolutional neural networks for arrhythmia detection. SNNs are inspired by how the human brain processes information through electrical spikes, making them more efficient than convolutional networks. Our aim was to achieve higher accuracy in the arrhythmia detection while also reducing the energy consumption so that this model could be deployed on portable or wearable devices. At the same time, we wanted to integrate the clinically relevant pre-processing and feature extraction methods so that the results are medically meaningful as well. Finally, we tested the SCNN against the other models under identical condition to validate its robustness. This is the proposed framework we had. Here is an overview of the proposed framework. The process highly begins with acquiring ECG signals from the MIMIC4 database. These signals are then cleaned and pre-processed to remove the noises and artifacts. After this, we have extracted 4 main clinical features as the time between the 2 heartbeats and width of each certain ECG waves. To make the model more generalizable, we apply data augmentation techniques that slightly modify the signals to mimic real-world variations. Once the data is prepared, we train the SCNN models using optimized hyperparameters and finally evaluate its performance using the accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. Proceeding further, dataset description. For this study, we use MIMIC4 ECG waveform database, which is one of the largest publicly available collection of patient ECG signals. From this database, we selected 12,500 ECG samples. These were divided into 4 categories. To make sure the model trained fairly, we kept the dataset balanced so that each type of arrhythmia was properly represented. We also split the data into 80% for training and 20% for testing using a slightly approach to ensure each class was evenly distributed across both the sets. This helped the model to learn from a representative data set and avoid the bias towards the majority of the classes. Moving forward, raw ECG signals often contain a lot of noise caused by muscle activity, body movement, or even electrical interface from nearby devices. If we give such noisy signals directly to the model, it will not perform well. So therefore, the first step was to clean the signals. We used the bandpass filter to keep only the frequency range that is relevant to the heart activity. We also applied wavelet diagnosing and independent component analysis to further move non-cardiac signals. After cleaning, we normalized the signals so that all the ECG samples had consistent amplitude values. Finally, we segmented the signals at important points such as R peaks and aligned them accordingly to P and T waves. The pre-processing step ensured that the input to SCNN was clean, standardized, and medically reliable. Moving further, in addition to pre-processing, yes.
I'd like you to jump to the conclusion now.
Yes, sure. Just give me a moment, please. Okay, so to conclude, we processed a systematic SCNN-based framework for detecting arrhythmias from ECG signals. This model achieved high accuracy of 97% and proved to be both clinically reliable and energy efficient as well. By combining the advanced pre-processing, meaningful feature engineering, and spiking neural network architecture, our framework shows the improvement over traditional deep learning and hybrid neuromorphic models. We believe that this work provides a strong foundation for developing real-time, low-power diagnostic tools that could be used in clinical environment as well as in a wearable healthcare devices, ultimately helping to save the lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm up for the questions.
Udilak sir and Sandeep sir, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have one. Is there any comparative study?
Yes, sir, there is a comparative study. So as in I have studied about the CNN and RNN, and they are very accurate, and since they are very energy hungry, which makes them unsuitable for real-time or wearable medicals. Since CNN and RNN have done this study and they have used the same data set for it, and the accuracy is approximately to 84.5%, but they do not work well on a real-time or a wearable medical devices, and they are very much energy efficient.
So moving forward, now I would like to call paper ID AIAIA 14, Paras Sharma with paper title Unsupervised Learning with CNN Autoencoders for Early Crop Disease Detection using Spectral and Weather Anomalies. Mr. Paras Sharma, are you there? Okay, so moving forward now, I would like to call paper ID AIAIA 19, Riya Yadav with paper title Enhancing Radiological Diagnosis Through the Big Data and Artificial Intelligence. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
I will share.
Riya Yadav, are you there?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Okay.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Can I start? Can I start, ma'am?
Can you speak a bit loudly?
Can I start?
Yes,
Yes, sure. You start. Start your presentation.
Okay, okay. Firstly, good morning, respected panel members. My name is Sanju Rai, and today I will be presenting our review paper on radiological diagnosis through big data and artificial intelligence, which I worked on with my co-author Riya Yadav under the guidance of Dr. Hani Gochar and Dr. Yudhvir Singh sir. So, our presentation outline, which covers objective, introduction, contribution, justification, AI methods and tools, real world impacts and challenges, future direction, and finally conclusion. Then let me begin with the objective of our paper. Our main objective in this paper is to study how big data and artificial intelligence are transforming radiology. We also looked at real world challenges and how to solve them, and finally, the future scope of AI in radiology. So, now I want to give a short introduction to the topic. Nowadays, we can see nowadays healthcare produces massive amount of data, electronic health records, lab results, and especially medical images like X-ray, CT scan, MRIs, and PT scans. Traditional methods are not enough to handle this complexity. This is where AI and big data play a role. Machine learning and deep learning can recognize patterns in images, make predictions, and support doctors in making faster and better decisions. Among all the medical fields, radiology is one of the first and most impacted by AI because it relies heavily on imaging. So, next the question here arises that why do we even need AI in radiology? There are several strong reasons why AI is needed in radiology. So I want to here mention some important points. Those are growing demand. The number of scans, we can see the number of scans is every year increasing day by day. And second, that heavy workloads. Radiologists examine hundreds of scans daily, which is very tired process and obviously very overwhelming. And then now I will explain some of the methods and tools. In this paper, we reviewed the main AI methods and AI methods used in radiology. Like for tumor classification, we can use supervised learning, and for detecting unusual patterns in scans, we can use unsupervised learning. And if we want to combine multiple models to improve accuracy, we can use ensemble learning methods. And some are deep learning approaches, CNN, we can use to detect tumors. And then we can use some big data tools like Hadoop, Spark, and NoSQL, which are used to handle huge amount of data sets efficiently. Now, here are some real world impacts of AI in radiology. Like better triage. AI ranks urgent patients first. Like for example, if there is a car accident victim, then AI tells doctor who to treat first. And we can also use AI to make precision medicine. Like here, what happens that AI just not look at the images. It combines so many images and history of the patient, genetics, lifestyle, so that it can give customized treatment for the patients. So now, of course, there are challenges. I want to talk in the next slide. Some first one is I want to mention diagnostic errors.
Can you jump to the
Sometimes,
conclusion now, please?
okay. So, in conclusion, I want to say AI and big data are revolutionizing radiology. They allow early detection, faster reports, better triage, and personalized medicine. But success also depends on solving data issues, trust, and ethical concerns. So the key message is here is that AI will not replace radiologists, but it will become their trusted partner, helping them work faster, reduce errors, and provide better care to patients. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Sir, is there any question?
What is your major contribution in this research? In one or two sentence, major contribution or finding, major finding.
Major finding is that I have added machine learning for tumor classification, like we can see to use classify images and can CT scan of the brain. We can detect some points so that a patient can take further steps to change lifestyle, so that in future he or she want to have that disease.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so to move forward, I would like to call paper ID AIAI820 Sanjay K with paper title Active Multimodal Retrieval Augmented Generation with Multi-Head Latent Attention for Dynamic Cross-Model Reasoning. Mr. Sanjay, are you there? Okay. We'll move forward, and I would like to call paper ID AIAI825 Siva Ramakrishnan M with paper title Pneumonia Detection in Chest X-ray Images using Fine-Tuned Inception V3 with Transfer Learning.
Good afternoon to everyone. Today we are presenting our research paper on pneumonia detection in chest X-ray images using fine-tuned Inception V3 with transfer learning.
Your screen,
So let's dive into abstract slide.
your screen is not visible. Are you presenting?
Yeah, ma'am. Let's wait. Yeah, it's visible, ma'am.
Yeah, it is. And kindly show your co-author's name, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Presentation. So now I can carry on, ma'am.
Yes, you can.
So good afternoon to everyone. Today we are presenting our research paper on pneumonia detection in chest X-ray images using fine-tuned Inception V3 with transfer learning. So abstract slide. Our work focuses on using AI for lung disease classification. We apply transfer learning with Inception V3, which is a CNN model to classify chest X-rays into normal and pneumonia categories. To improve results, we have used normalization, data augmentation, and class weighting to handle the imbalance. So the fine-tuned model that was trained by us has achieved high accuracy and generalization with a real-time inference module that can predict from a single X-ray image. Introduction. Lung disease remains a leading cause of death worldwide. Chest X-rays are primary diagnostic tool, but manual interpretation requires expertise and it is prone to errors. So here is where the AI comes into play. And we have used the AI concepts such as deep learning, especially CNNs, to automate diagnosis and to reduce the workloads.
So let's talk about the workflow. We have used Inception V3, which is one of the Google Nets model. We have used this because it has more accuracy to medical images as we use X-ray images. Why we are using X-ray images? Because X-ray images are the basic scans taken for pneumonia. As pneumonia is a wide disease annually affected by large numbers. So X-rays are easy to interpret them. So we have built an Inception V3 CNN model. It is used as to evaluate and it is used to evaluate and for accuracy and for evaluation we have used accuracy and precision recall. For the data to pre-processing we have resized normalization and also done data augmentation as rotation, scaling, flipping, zooming and sharing to prevent overfitting. To maintain class imbalance, dynamic class weight to bias towards the majority classes. Two phases of training approach. One is frozen phase feature, second one is fine tuning. In the first phase, we have trained on new classifiers to keep the Inception V3 base frozen to preserve generic image. And the second phase for fine tuning, unfreeze the top layers of Inception V3 and adjust the lower rating. So let's talk about the conclusion.
So results and this conclusion. Our fine-tuned model achieved 93.7% of test accuracy and 93.95% of peak validation accuracy. The final loss of 0.1797 is comparatively a baseline models, which typically achieves 85 to 90%. Our approach is significantly better. Regularization and dropout prevented overfitting, ensuring stability across the datasets.
So, as of now, conclusion, this study presents an efficient deep learning framework for binary classification for lungs using just X-ray. The fine-tuned inception V3 model combines the robust pre-processing and training strategies demonstrate high potential for diagnostic use. This system can support radiologists, reduce diagnostic burden, and increases access to early detection, especially in resource-limited settings. Thank you. Any questions, sir?
So do you have any questions?
No question from my side.
Okay. Moving forward, I would like to
Thank
call
you, ma'am.
ID AI 831 Toshi Purohit with paper title Advancing Intelligent Decision Making, a comprehensive study on the evolution, techniques, and future trajectories of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Toshi Purohit, are you there? Okay, so moving forward, paper ID AI 838 Akshay Parashar with paper title. Oh.
Actually, I'm late. I want to please tell me how to share my screen.
Ma'am, can you present next? I'll tell you how to present it.
Okay.
Okay. Akshay Parashar with paper title Social Media Bots versus AI Moderators, the ongoing battle against fake news, case studies of platforms deploying AI-based moderation.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah,
Just sharing
you
my
are.
screen. Okay, right, just sharing my screen. Just confirming, is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, all right. Good morning to everyone who's present here, all the team members and my fellow scholars. My topic is on social media bots versus the AI moderators, the ongoing battle against the fake news. I myself, Akshay Parashar, and the co-author is Professor Dr. Jyoti Sharma, Director of ESCO, guided by the Jyoti ma'am and of the ESCO only. Moving on to next. All right. It explores that how media bots that amplify disinformation and AI moderation designed to curb them, drawing a multiple case studies from 2023 to 2025. It basically explores how the AI mimics human using generative AI while platforms deploy advanced moderations. Case studies from Meta, YouTube, Twitter, and all the other social media platforms. In conclusion, we conclude that hybrid AI moderation is the most resilient strategy against the fake news. Basically, the introduction: fake news is misleading of false content is spread as legitimate news. Social bots amplifying misinformation, often forming coordinated botnets. Platforms uses AI moderations, ML classifiers, and natural language processing computer visions. The conflict is described as algorithmic arm races. How social media bots spread fake news. Bots make up to 20 to 37% of online chatter. They uses tactics like amplification, astroturfing, hashtag hijacking, and deepfakes. Use generative AI to mimic human behavior more concisely, so they get very easily mixed into the whole online environment. Coordinated human inauthentic behavior manipulates public opinions as well. The AI moderation technologies, how basically AI is countering them. NLP for text analysis, basically for hate speech and misinformation. Computer vision for deepfakes and image moderation. Network behavior analysis and adversarial training to counter evasion tactics. My methodology: I have studied more than 25 peer-reviewed articles, transparency reports, and cybersecurity white papers, which are some of them are named in the references as well. The descriptive analysis using publicly reported traffic shares in which they are represented in more of an infographic or graph manner in the later slide. Multiple case studies designed covering 5 major platforms of YouTube, Twitter, primarily now known as X, then Instagram, Facebook, and all of them. Basically TikTok as well. So these are some of the graphs. Basically, the technology sector is the most targeted sector in the bad bots, or you can say the bots which spreads the fake news or misinformation. Then in the figure 3, you can see that how the human and bad bot and good bot traffic is being increased and decreased over the past 5 years. Next is basically the results from all the case studies which I've studied. So all the different platforms uses different kind of AI countermeasures to counter the fake news and misinformation, where the Meta has outperformed all the other sources because they are using hybrid AI moderations, which is few short learner and 90% plus detection of the fake news, whereas YouTube and TikTok follows it, whereas X, which is more crowdsourced and crowd-funded project, is not that much of reliable. Basically, it consists of more kind of helps more basically spread of fake news and misinformation as compared to other social media platforms. Basically, the case studies in brief: Facebook and Meta, 3.8 million fake accounts removed during 2020 elections, whereas YouTube, 2.1 educational videos falsely flagged for copyright bots, and TikTok, 1.2 million AI generated bots accounts spread elections in deepfakes. The outcome of them: 99% of terrorism content caught for the Facebook and Meta, 94% of hate speech is caught. In YouTube, 95% accuracy, opaque algorithms, over reliance on hashes for deepfakes as well. In TikTok, layoffs of 500 human moderation raises concern over content loss, but 80% of content auto removed as well. Then we have Twitter and Instagram. In Twitter, 15 million bot allegedly inflated users counts. 70 outcome was 75.5% bot detection success. In Instagram, 890K fake celebrity deepfake profiles were detected because Instagram is more kind of video and image generation social media platform. 94.8% of proactive detections were labeled in Instagram as well. Now it had some kind of challenges and limitations due to we are talking in a huge, enormous numbers. The scale is a challenge. Billions of posts daily, impossible to moderate it fully. Every second, billions of posts are being uploaded online. Bias algorithm disproportionately affect marginalized users. For examples, if you are searching for any latest issue or some riots or in a particular area, in a particular city, you will be shown more kind of that videos because the algorithm prefers that content you to watch. So bias algorithm, that's limitations. Transparency, AI is black box, limited user trust. Some trust it, some doesn't trust it. Freedom of expression versus misinformation removal dilemma. Basically, if someone is posting some misinformation, they all take shield that it's my freedom of speech. Emerging trends: generative AI as both weapons and defense. Hybrid human-in-loop system is required. Calls for explainable AI. Cross-platform collaborations or data sharing frameworks. Basically, they can share the data among themselves, which can make the process even faster of the verification. Conclusion: bots, AI, and moderators are locked in a perpetual arm race. Basically, we are in a place where the problem is created by the AI only and it's solved by the AI only. No single platform has a perfect solution. Hybrid AI human systems is the most effective way. Future research must focus on transparency, bias, and scalability. I have also created a short infographic website review for my entire. Let me show it. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right. So in 2024, malicious bots accounted for 37% of misinformation and fake news. Basically, the shifting of tides of internet traffic, of human traffic, bad bot and good traffic bots. Amplification and manipulation. Bots coordinate to like, share, and tweet. They do it in massive number. So the reason it reaches to a large audience because it's been done by the NLPs and the bots. Disinformation dissemination. As a primary factors for fake news, bots rapidly spread false information on decisive topics where it gets very tricky to pinpoint from which source it's coming and what information they are misspreading. Deepfakes and synthetic media, because the AI is progressive so rapidly, the deepfakes is getting better and better day by day. So it's getting more challenging to figure it out. A short process of how to stop this fake news with the help of AI: content upload and reported, proactive AI scanning, automatic action and flagging, and then the human review. So on the right side, you can see there's a flowchart where the 4 steps are mentioned. Again, the Meta is standalone, the 90+% for detecting the fake bots on their platform, whereas X, which is used crowdsources requirement, requires cannot be trusted, because here the people are verifying the news, which gets more trickier because even they don't have the knowledge which is right and which is wrong. The content gets more and more complicated. With this, I end my hello. Yes.
Yes, sir, please conclude.
Yes. With this, I conclude that the future of the fight is human in the loop process. Thank you for your time, everyone. I am open up to questions.
Hi, Akshay.
Hello, sir.
Hello. What method you are using to identify the fake news or information on the different platform?
So there are different fact-checking websites. Also, the different AI platforms, for example, Gemini and Grok, launched by Twitter, or let's say all the different AI platforms are also loading different softwares where we can just publish the news and they can fact check or provide where the news is appear before and later.
But how to identify a particular news is fake or not? Any methodology or any attribute, are there any signature you are used to identify that particular news?
Okay, so when a particular news is verified, it shows it has to come from a verified account. These are some of the awareness points that if a news or information is coming from a verified account, then it's okay. Or many of the platforms are also using tags like AI verified, or they are using that generated via AI or generated via social media platform, which helps to know the user that this information is not completely authenticated. It's generated with some of AI.
If any human person, naturally human person is broadcasting any fake information on the platforms, and how to identify that particular information, news?
Yes, sir. If
do you work on this particular domain also?
Yes, sir. My PhD topic is basically on this only, basically the AI tools and the stop of how the AI tools helps in stop of misinformation and deepfakes. But I'm still figuring out on the things that how you can stop it, because we are talking on a very large scale, sir, and it gets very trickier and trickier. Anyone can post an account or just post a fake news. The process is very tricky to identify it. We are still in process, sir.
Good. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Miss Toshi Purohit, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Are you
ma'am.
ready to present?
Ma'am, please tell me how to share screen.
On the bottom bar, there is a green symbol written share. There would be an up arrow.
Oh, okay.
Are you presenting it with mobile?
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
It's visible? Okay. Okay, ma'am. Can I start?
Yes, you can start, and please kindly tell your co-author's name also.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Toshi Ramdev from Aishwarya College of Education, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. I like to share my paper, namely Advancing Intelligent Decision Making, Evolution Techniques and Future Trajectories of AI and ML. The convergence of artificial intelligence and machine learning has redefined the computational paradigm by enabling machines to autonomously acquire knowledge, adapt to new data, and optimize decision making in dynamic environments. This paper presents an in-depth analysis of the evolution of AI and ML, emphasizing core algorithms such as deep neural network, ensemble learning, support vector machines, and reinforcement learning. AI means making machines smart like humans so they can think, learn, and make decisions like self-driving car. ML is also part of AI that let machine learn from data and improve automatically without being told every step. Machine learning acquire knowledge. The computer learn from information like we learn from books, adapting data to adjust itself when new information comes. Optimize decisions, it try to make the best possible choice based on what it has learned. The ML are three of types: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. ML are important in today's dynamic environment. Just it helps analyze and understand huge amount of data. It adapts new and changing environments automatically, supports factor and faster and smarter decision making, automatics automates repetitive tasks and save human efforts. The objective of survey is explore the evolution of AI and ML, analyze core techniques, study advanced architecture and application, analyze a roadmap of AI. AI and ML evolved like firstly it's early AI, which based on rule-based system, symbolic AI, then ML revolution, statistical models, then deep learning era, in which neural network, DNNs, CNNs, RNNs, and then modern AI, which include transformers, GNNs, neurosymbolic AI. The additional is the study explore advanced architectures, including transformer models and graph neural network, and their transformative impact across domains such as precision healthcare, autonomous systems, cybersecurity, and predictive analysis. Emerging trends like federated learning, ethical AI, and neurosymbolic reasoning. The modern AI, which include transformer, handle language very well, used in chatbots and look like ChatGPT. GNNs, graph neural network, understand relationships and connections like social network and molecules. Neurosymbolic AI combine learning neural nets with reasoning logic for smarter explainable AI. The key challenges in this is data quality, interpretability, scalability, ethics, and bias. The modern AI have many applications like precision healthcare, autonomous systems, cybersecurity, predictive analysis. Emerging trends are federated learning, ethical, responsible AI, green AI, reducing energy footprints. The paper concludes with a roadmap outlining future direction, emphasizing the importance of human-centric AI, regulatory frameworks, and interdisciplinary collaboration to unlock the full potential of intelligent systems. The key contribution of this study include comprehensive survey of AI and ML evolution, critical analysis of trade-offs in deployment, insight into cutting-edge architectures, clear future direction for responsible AI, and the conclusion is AI ML driving the future of intelligent decision making. Need the balance and accuracy versus interpretability, innovation versus ethics, and responsible human aligned AI. Thank you.
Any
Thank you, ma'am.
questions? So moving forward, I would like to call paper ID AIAIA42 Ujjwala Vanaskar with paper title Deep Learning Based Automated Diagnosis of Pneumonia from Medical Images.
Yeah, ma'am. I will start.
Yes, Ujjwala, you're audible.
Yeah. Is it visible, ma'am?
It was visible, but now it is not.
Just 1 minute. Now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I'm Sonali Nalamwar. Today I'm going to give the presentation on our paper with my colleagues, that is the Ujjwala Vanaskar and Kalpana Hangire. The title of our paper is that deep learning based automated diagnosis of the pneumonia from the medical images. So previously I just listened the two papers on the radiologist, and one is for the pneumonia, but they are having given only the survey part. We already work on this, and we implemented the system which can be useful for the radiologist for the detection of the pneumonia, whether the pneumonia is present or not. That is the binary classification we have done. And the main thing is that it is an acute respiratory infection disease in a lungs, and most of the time this pneumonia is occurred in a children's. So 9 lakhs children per year, from the National Institute of Health, we have taken the details. So these many children are suffering every year. So and that is the 8.6% globally population suffering with the pneumonia. And the main the various methods tests are there, that is we can use the X-ray, CT scan and all these things, but the CT scan give you the better result, but underdeveloped regions the CT scans are not possible. So we are trying to do early detection by using the X-rays. So for this work, we are using the weighted ensemble learning method with the transfer learning, that is VGG 19, RDSNet 50 and 121. And for the accuracy point of view, we are going to use the ASU score as well as the confusion matrix, accuracy, precision, and this thing. So main objective of our work is that to implement a process for detection of the pneumonia by using the deep learning. So most of the time, the radiologist can see it and they can give the decision. In place of that, can we make a AI driven automated system? So this is the main objective, and which will speed up the process as this will we can once the X-ray is put into the application, we develop that application also. In that, when the images are put, then we are getting the results also. So it is a clinical decisions to supplement clinical decisions. We cannot say that we cannot replace the doctors, but we can give the some supplement to the clinical decision of our doctors. So these are the first of all, we go through the literature review, and we have just you can see here, we have just gone through the various papers also from 2019 to 2025, and various data sets whatever they use. Okay, so we just gone through that data sets also, and as well as the methodologies, that is the backbones they use, various methodologies. And if we are going to work with the images, definitely we need to use the first process is that the pre-processing. So we in our project also, we use the resizing, we use the clahe, we use the augmentation as the whatever the images we are getting with, these are images not proper images, so we have to do the augmentation and all these things. So we also use all these methods for the pre-processing purpose. So this is the main thing, that is we are going to work with this model for the binary classification for whether the person is suffering with the pneumonia or not. So this is the main, we can say, the pre-processing task. Whenever we are working with the any technology, deep learning technology, first we need to do the pre-processing of the image. So we got the raw images from the doctor, and for this purpose, I am from the Pune, Maharashtra. So we are having the doctors in Jahangir Hospital, Pune Hospital. So we got the images from there, as well as I will show you the data set also. We got the images from the Kaggle and all these things. On that we train it, and from the real images we got from the doctors. So for that purpose, raw images we got, which is having the low light images or something. So we get these images. So we do the normalization on that, and for that purpose, for the equalization histogram we are going to use, which will improve the our results. Okay, and because the first thing is that improve the image quality. So we done by using this, and the most important part which we have done, that is the we are not only working with the image, we are going to take the patient data as well as text data also, and we are going to create this data file which is consist of the image and the metadata file. So this is our system architecture where we have to take the image, then we perform the feature extraction. We use the convolutional neural network prediction model. Again, we have to use the testing and the training phase. And the process, whatever the process we are going to use, as I already
Can we
mentioned.
come to the conclusion
Yeah,
now?
yeah, just 1 minute, I will do the conclusion. This is the data set link where we will get the data. So these are the various data sets we use. These are the samples we are going to use for our operations. And the most important thing is that what is the new in whatever the previous work, that is we use the weighted ensemble learning model where we can change the we can use the back propagation, we change the weights and all these things. That's why we are getting the more accurate results. So 3 phases we use for our operations. So these are the results we already got, and these are the accuracy and precision results for our transfer learning by using the weighted ensemble learning. So here I want to conclude that by using this methodology, I want to show that application also, but it is not possible due to time. In that, if once the doctor places the image in that, he will get the information from our model, and that's been helpful to him for early detection of the pneumonia. So in a future scope, if it is possible that we can give the percentage of pneumonia also. So these are the references. Uh, uh, thank you. Is there any questions? Is there any questions?
No question from my side.
Thank you, Ujwala.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to call paper ID AIAIA 46 Saurabh Kumawat with paper title Generative AI in Cyber Domain, a Security Centric Review.
Yes, ma'am. I am ready to present.
Yes, please.
And can you please stop sharing this slide so I can share my slide? So, hello everyone. I am Lakshmi Sharup Sharma, presenting a research work on generative AI in cybersecurity, a security-centric review. This work was done in collaboration with Saurabh Kumawat and Surendra Kumar under the MIT Institute of Information Technology, MIT University, Rajasthan. So, our presentation will follow this structure: objective, introduction, literature review, motivation, methodology and implementation, result and analysis, future scope, and at last we conclude the presentation. So moving on, objective, there are three main objective of paper: threat landscape mapping. In this, we understand how generative AI is misused by attackers for malicious content and phishing. Second is defensive application. In this, we analyze how generative AI helps defenders in predictive analytics, intrusion detection, and automated cyber threat intelligence. And third, ethical policy and governance. In this, we are discussing how to deploy generative AI responsibly,
Hello,
ensuring.
Sharma, Lakshmi Sharma ji.
Yes, sir.
Your slide is not moving, sir.
Oh, sorry, sir.
You stuck on the first page.
Is that moving now, sir?
It has stopped presenting now.
Are you able to see my presentation, sir?
Yes, it is now.
Okay. So I want to continue with the objective. So the three main objective of paper is threat landscape mapping. In this, we understand how generative AI is misused by attackers for malicious content and phishing. And second one, defensive applications assessment. In this, we analyze how generative AI helps defenders in predictive analysis, intrusion detection, and automated cyber threat intelligence. And third one, ethical policy and governance consideration. In this, we are discussing how to deploy generative AI responsibly, ensuring compliance with legal and ethical framework. Moving on, next slide, we'll see the introduction part. In generative AI technologies such as large language models, GANs, and diffusion models have changed the way machines create text, images, speech, and even code. But when this comes to duality, for defenders, generative AI helps with the smarter detection, incident response, and vulnerability management. And for attackers, it enables deepfake, phishing, and malware creation. So it's a both boon and threat in cybersecurity, which is why this study is important. Now, moving further on literature review, rapid advances in generative AI. The last decade has seen major breakthroughs in generative AI, evolving from early models like VAEs and GANs to powerful transformation-based models such as GPT series and diffusion models. These advancements had broadened generative AI application beyond research, making them central to both offense and defense in cybersecurity. Generative AI in cyber offense. Attackers are leveraging large language models to craft highly convincing phishing emails, generate deepfake audio video for fraud, and create polymorphic malware that invades traditional detection systems. The rise of prompt injections attacks the large-scale disinformation campaign signals and increase in risk of public trust and security. Generative AI in cyber defense. Defensive uses of generative AI include AI-powered anomaly detection, predictive vulnerability assessment, automated incident response, and SIEM SOR integration. These tools have improved detection rates, reduced response time, and enhanced security team capabilities. Ethical policies and governance. Key concerns include data poisoning, advertisal manipulation, model inversion attacks, and need for explainable, unbiased, and ethically governed models. Regulatory frameworks are emerged but must keep pace with evolving threats and technologies. Moving further on motivation, so basically the motivation behind our study is to dual role of generative AI. One side, it enhances the cyber defense. On other side, it empowers attackers. This balance create an urgent need to study how generative AI used in cybersecurity to ensure trust and protect critical infrastructure. Now we talk about methodology. For methodology, we select peer-reviewed articles and reports specifically addressing generative AI in cybersecurity. Used a three-dimensional framework: offensive application, defensive application, and governance ethic. Created threat versus defensive matrices and cyber kill chain mapping to visualize like versus protection. Limited included restricted access to proprietary data and rapidly evolving nature's AI. Moving further on result and analysis, we are finding below a clear two-sided impact of AI. For attackers, it generates phishing mails, deepfakes, and adaptive malwares. For defenders, it improves anomaly detection, speeds up response time, and support predictive analysis. Challenges: AI models can themselves can be attacked, required huge training data, and raised ethical legal issues. In short, we can say AI should be shielded and sovereign in cybersecurity. We'll see the future scopes. Looking ahead, generative AI in cybersecurity must focus on explainable AI, which is building trust with transparent decisions; robust AI, making AI models resilient to adversarial attacks. Third one is quantum resilient security, preparing for quantum computing threats; real-time threat prediction, anticipating attacks before they occur; and predicted learning and collaborations, enabling organization to share intelligence securely. I want to conclude this slide by generative AI is transforming cybersecurity. It helps defenders with faster, smarter decisions, but also equips attackers with stronger tools. The future depends on responsible use, governance, ethics, and intentional institutional collaboration. By balancing innovation with a robust security framework, we can ensure AI strengthen rather than weaken it. Thank you. This is from my side. I welcome any questions.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you understand by data poisoning?
So data poisoning is basically changing, attacking on data, which we can change the data. So data can be manipulated, um, and we can make data.
What are
We
the
can fake the
methods?
data. We can change the data.
What are the methods are used for performing data poisoning?
Sir, some of the methods like uh,
Okay, thank you.
thank you, sir.
Sanjay, are you ready to present? You're not audible.
Hello.
Sanjay, you're not audible.
Hello.
Yes, can you speak a bit loudly?
Can I? Am
Are
I
you ready to
audible now?
present?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, carry on. And please tell your co-author's name while presenting, okay?
Ma'am, is the screen visible?
Yes, it is.
We don't have any co-staff, ma'am. We are only students.
Uh,
Yeah,
oh,
everyone.
you don't have any co-authors, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Oh, non-staff, ma'am. We only student co-authors. No staff, any staff.
No. You just tell me the name with whom you're
Yeah.
present.
First, my name is Sri Balaji, and another is Sanjay K, Suganeshwaran, and Santosh.
Okay, after presenting, just type the name in the chat box, okay?
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
And the project is about active multi-modal RAG retrieval system with combined with multi-chip, multi-latent package. The main problem we are facing in RAG models is that in LLMs is that they are limited to the static internal knowledge. When the RAG, we implement the RAG to enhance their knowledge and to implement the real world data. In our project, large language models like ChatGPTs are very powerful, but they are limited to a static internal knowledge. In our project, we implement the multi-head latent attention, which is the key innovation did by DeepSeek in their DeepSeek V2 model. And we choose multi-head latent attention because it is the most efficient form of attention mechanism. And using the multi-head attention, we can retrieve the most prominent features in the query, ma'am. And current multi-model models often fail in an open world task because they can't fetch the updated data or balance text images. Your architecture decouples retrieval from the reasoning, and so it is scalable and adaptable and generalizable. Next slide. And this is the code sample we have developed. We are using PyTorch for the research purpose, and we are using Clip for embedding the images which present closer to the text. And we use MLA. This is the architecture of MLA. I'll zoom it. This is the architecture of MLA we have innovated. This is the key innovation did by the DeepSeek, and this is the dual retriever. Dual retriever retrieves the context from both images and text as well, which is retrieved by the MLA architecture. And here is the text encoder and the image encoder, which encodes the context from both text and images, which is then given to the MLA architecture, which then refines and get the find data from the MLA, and that is given to a large language model like ChatGPT or Gemini, which is to improve the multi-model reasoning capability, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So, any questions?
No, ma'am, no question from my side.
Okay, so moving forward, I would like to call paper ID AIAIA 42, Ujjwala 1. Ujjwala, are you done with the presentation, right? Okay, so we want 47. I would like to call paper ID AIAIA 47 Mridulika Sharma with paper title AI and ML Techniques for the Early Detection of Cancer, a comprehensive review of their impacts and challenges. Ms. Mridulika Sharma.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning to all panel members. Just a bit, I'm just sharing my screen, ma'am.
Sure.
So, good morning.
Before you start, may I request Sanjay K to please type the co-author's name in the chat box? You can carry on.
Good morning to all the panel members and all the participants present here. I'm Vidulika Sharma from MCA, and today I'm here to present the presentation on AI and ML techniques for early detection of cancer, comprehensive review of their impact and challenges. I'm Vidulika Sharma, and my co-authors are Abhishek Meena, Varun Sharma, and Diksha Dubey. We are, our work is under the guidance of Hani Gurjar sir. Next. The presentation outline is objective, introduction, literature review, motivation, methodology, results, conclusion, and references. The objective of this review paper is to explore the AI ML techniques for early cancer detection. I have evaluated the models CNN, YOLO, MobileNet, and Vision Transformers, compared them for the better image analysis and which help in the early cancer detection. I also compared the models CNN, YOLO with the traditional methods like scans and biopsies. Introduction. Cancer is a leading cause of death worldwide with significant social and economic impacts. Traditional screening methods like MRI, CT scans, and biopsies are often miss the microscience of cancer, early cancer detection. So AI/ML can analyze the huge data sets with better accuracy and speed. So early detection significantly increases survival. The rising global cancer cases, like as we see in the by 2022, we have reached the figure of 220 million overall in the world for cancer patients. The World Health Organization estimates that new cases will continue to grow, about 20.7 million expected in 2024 and possibly 21 million or more by 2025. Literature review. For the literature review, I have go through with many review papers and research papers. So in a multi-cancer early detection blood test using machine learning detects early stage cancers. paper describes that how that multi-cancer early detection can be possible through the by detecting the biomarks in the DNA of a person through blood test. Next is the comprehensive systematic review of YOLO for machine medical object detection. This page proposes a deep learning framework for early cancer detection using CT scan images. Like in this, the YOLO it detects the image and try to find the patterns in the image, so that is required for the early cancer detection. Mobile nets, as we go through with that the efficient CNN network. Like mobile net is a in this paper it is described at how mobile nets can process the image and also they detect the patterns in the image. Next, we have motivated to review on this paper and go through with several research papers because of the growing cancer burden. Uh, Current diagnostics are costly, invasive, and limited sensitivity. AI/ML promises that faster and cost-effective technique, and they are more accurate as compared to the traditional methods. In this, we have focused on studies applying CNN, YOLO, mobile net, vision transformers. We have selected selection criteria, like here we have reviewed papers, data sets, and also compared the CNN, their accuracy, specificity, and computation techniques. We have reviewed through a lot of research papers. From that research paper, we give a clue to compare all this. Like in CNN, it automatically learns. Wait a minute. It's in CNN, it automatically learns hierarchical figures from medical images widely applied in breast, lungs, and skin cancer detection by classification to tumor segmentation. YOLO, we have gone through the.
Mridulika,
Yes, ma'am.
can you please jump to the conclusion now? We have limited time left, actually.
Yeah, ma'am. In the result and analysis, in this we have compared the technologies like CNN, YOLO, MobileNet, their specificity, accuracy. I have gone through the reference research papers and to compare these. In that research papers, they have reviewed or showed that the accuracy in this. So conclusion is artificial intelligence and machine learning are improving cancer detection by enabling earlier, more accurate diagnosis and enhancing clinical workflows. Techniques like CNN, vision transformers, and multimodal learning uncover the hidden patterns across images that is required for the early cancer detection. In future work, we should focus on integrating multi-modal data imaging to provide a holistic view of patients and enable more precise cancer detection. It improves the explainability so that the clinicians are clearly understand AI decisions, increasing trust and clinical adoption. Ma'am, in these slides, I have written the references from where I just collected the data sets and reviewed. Any suggestions for the guidance, ma'am?
Thank you, Mridulika. Sir, any questions?
Mridulika?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what method you will find that is the best in identify the early cancer detection, and what is the accuracy of that particular method?
Sorry, sir. Will you please pardon? I'm unable to hear what you
Ma'am,
asked.
which methodology you will find that is the best for the identifying the early cancer detection method? Is it? आपको कौन सा मेथड ऐसा मिला जो आपके हिसाब से बेस्ट था, उसकी एक्यूरेसी कितनी थी?
Sir, जैसे कि sorry, sir, as a way that I have reviewed research papers and their science, so they in their CNN technologies like YOLO and MobileNets, they also use the CNN technologies. So I will prefer that CNN I found the best, and we can do a more deep learning. Yes, sir.
In your table, that is shown the other method having a 93% of accuracy.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not at all getting the question. Actually, you are not audible to me as clearly, sir.
I'm audible or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir is completely audible.
Okay. Sir, I just ma'am, I just want to ask you that which method you will find that is the best for detection, early detection method for cancer, and what is the accuracy of that particular method?
Sir, CNN network, like convolution neural networks, I find they are the best for early detection cancer and the accuracy. I have reviewed a paper, and in that paper, I have collected the data sets from that paper, and from that, it is showing that 91% the author reviewed about the accuracy of this model.
Did you
CNN,
think
the convolution neural network.
91%? Did you think 91% accuracy is sufficient for the implementing this particular method in real time?
So, no, I don't think, sir. 91% is a good amount of accuracy. In that, from that accuracy, we can improve our models. Like we are, I think we are
Did you
on the
read
good.
any other new papers that are published in 24 and 23? Because many methods are having more than 91% of accuracy, like 98 and 97%.
So Vision Transformer also has the 93% accuracy, but still, I think that convolution neural network will develop in the future in a better way.
Good, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now I would like to call paper ID AIAIA48 Sara SV with paper title AI powered disaster alert system.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are here to present our paper titled AI-powered disaster alert system. I am Sara SD along with my teammates Roshini M and Saikripa V, and we are students from Rajalakshmi Institute of Technology, Chennai. So coming to our problem statement, disasters like floods, cyclones, wildfires, and earthquakes are increasing globally, and their impact is becoming more severe. But the real issue lies in how we manage them. Current disaster management systems are often reactive rather than proactive, meaning action happens only after the disaster strikes. This leads to delayed responses, which results in higher causalities and greater damage. And moreover, most systems depend on a single data source, which is often incomplete and prone to errors. What is urgently needed is a real-time, integrated, and highly accurate early warning system that can minimize loss of life and property. So when we look at the existing solutions, we can see both progress as well as limitations. For example, NASA firms can detect wildfires with fairly high accuracy, but it doesn't incorporate social validation. And FloodNet, which uses CNNs on satellite images, is useful but restricted to local regions only. And hybrid systems exist, but they struggle with scalability. None of the existing systems provide end-to-end multimodal integration, and this is exactly the gap that our project aims to fill.
The main objective of our project is to develop Disaster Watch AI, which is a real-time multimodal disaster alert system. To achieve this, we plan to bring together multiple data streams such as live weather data from APIs, social media signals which are crowdsourced and provide real-time updates. For analysis, we apply cutting-edge AI models, CNN ResNet 50 for image classification, BERT for text and natural language processing, LSTM models for time series predictions such as forecasting trends in disaster patterns. Finally, we integrate all these inserts into React-based dashboard, which provides alerts and visualization in a user-friendly way.
Now let me explain the methods we use. We adopted a multi-model data integration approach combining three major sources of information: social media, weather sensors, and the satellite images. Social media platforms like Twitter were analyzed using NLP models such as BERT and LSTM to detect the disaster-related discussions. Weather data, including the temperature, humidity, rainfall, and the wind speed, was integrated through the Open Weather Map APIs. At the same time, the satellite images were processed using CNN and ResNet 50 to identify the disaster patterns like floods, wildfires, and the cyclones.
These inputs were combined to reduce the false positives and improve the prediction accuracy, achieving an impressive 94.6% accuracy with CNN, BERT, and LSTM ensemble. All results were visualized in a real-time React dashboard that shows geotag alerts, risk maps, and the prediction trends. Finally, the system was made cloud-ready using Docker and the Kubernetes, making it scalable and reliable both for the rural and the urban deployments. Coming to the results of our system, in our simulations, we achieved an accuracy of 94.6%, ensuring a reliable disaster detection. This time for detection to alert generation was reduced to just 2.3 minutes with a critical for emergency response. Most importantly, our system has the potential to protect over 131,000 people by enabling faster and most effective evacuation during disasters.
In this discussion, I would like to highlight the strength of our system. It provides faster and more reliable alerts, which gives responders those critical minutes to act. The platform unifies social...
Can you please come to the conclusion now?
Yes, ma'am. So ensures our decisions are based on accurate and complete information. Being modular and scalable, it can effectively used both in urban and rural environments. In terms of impact, it assists governments, NGOs, and emergency services, ultimately saving the lives by enabling early evacuation and better resource allocation. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sarah. Any more questions? Sir? Okay,
No question from my side.
Okay, before we move forward, I would like to remind you all that we only have few minutes left and there are more presenters to go. So I kindly request all the remaining presenters to keep their presentations very brief and only talk about the methodology or their contributions along with the conclusion. So next, I would like to call paper ID AIAIA 49, Sneha Sucharita, with paper title Prediction of GHG Emissions Using Ensemble Methods for Supply Chain Emission Factor Estimation.
Good morning, ma'am. Is my screen visible and audio audible?
Yeah, you're audible and your screen is visible.
Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Sneha Sucharita, along with my teammates Shyam and Seduraman from Rajalakshmi Institute of Technology. Good morning, everyone. So, I'll be presenting our work on prediction of greenhouse gas emission using ensemble methods for supply chain emission factors. We focus on supply chain or scope 3 emissions, which are the hardest to track but contribute the most to corporate footprints. I'll keep the presentation short by only telling about the improvements over the existing systems. So the first improvement is they are using the highly quality US Environmental Protection Agency data set, which is large, which is classified with NAICS codes. And we have also incorporated the data quality matrices such as reliability, temporal stability, geographic correlation, and technological correlation. So the second improvement is the methodology, where we use linear regression as a transparent baseline, and we applied random forest regression, which captures complex nonlinear interactions. We carefully pre-process the data, use one-hot encoding for industries, standardized quality matrices, and applied strong cross-validation and residual diagnostics. So the third improvement is the result. The random forest model significantly outperformed linear regression. It has achieved higher R-square values and lower error rates. So feature importance analysis clearly showed that data quality indicators themselves improve prediction accuracy. The fourth improvement that we have developed an interactive web app where users can input data and get real-time emission prediction and visualization. This bridges the gap between research, and practical application, making our results accessible to policymakers and industries. To conclude our key contributions, a quality enriched dataset from EPA, an ensemble ML model approach, where we have combined the random forest regression and linear regression, and we have used data quality matrices into the model itself, and we have developed a practical interactive tool for stakeholders. Thank you.
Thank you, Sneha. Moving forward, I would like to call paper ID AI-AI-A50, Veerpal Kaur with paper title Cross-Platform Automated Intrusion Detection System Tool.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Okay. And my screen is visible?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chetna Raut, and along with my co-author Veerpal Kaur, I'm presenting our research on cross-platform automated intrusion detection system tool. This work was carried out at Amity University, Rajasthan. In this presentation, I will walk you through the introduction, methodology, results, and future scope of the tool. Here is the introduction. As the cyber attacks are increasing day by day, with threats such as ransomware, phishing, and denial of service becoming more advanced, the traditional IDAs rely mainly on static signatures, which makes them ineffective against zero-day vulnerabilities. So, our motivation was to simply build a tool that is lightweight, easy to use, cross platform, and capable of detecting both known and unknown attacks. So, which led us to design Cadist. Now, the problems were with the IDS tool were often OS specific and require complex setup, which most tools work only on specific platforms like Linux and are hard to deploy in small or medium-sized organization. And the second was they produce a high number of false positive, which wastes the analyst's time. And also, they were heavy reliance on signatures, means they miss unknown threats. Now the objectives are to develop a lightweight automated IDS and to ensure cross-platform compatibility so that it runs on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, and to combine signature-based detection and anomaly detection. And finally, to secure the alerts using blockchain. So once an alert is generated, it cannot be tampered with. So this goals defines the foundation of CADIS.
The next is architecture. Here you can see the architecture of CADS. It has the four main components: a data capture module using SNOT and system logs. Second one is a detection engine combining signature and anomaly detection. The third one is a blockchain logger to securely store alerts. At the last, a dashboard that provides both CLI and GUI option for monitoring. This modular design makes CADS flexible and adaptable. Next, the methodology. Here in this system tool, we use Python, Snort, Flask, SQLite, and blockchain. It captures the packet and analyzes with our custom rules. It is a cross-platform deployment, Windows, Linux, and macOS. It is an automated alert and tamper-proof logging. For example, an admin can run CADS on a both Windows Server and Linux firewall without compatibility issues. At last, we have the results. The results were promising. CADS achieved a detection accuracy of 98.5% for non-threats and 89% for zero-day anomalies. The false positive rates were less than 3%, captured by the SNOT, which is between 8 to 12%. CPU usage remained between 12 to 15%, and memory consumption stayed under 150 MB. This shows that CADS is both accurate and lightweight. Now I would like to discuss some advantages. The main advantages of CADs are it detects the zero-day threats missed by the signature-only IDS. It supports multiple platforms including Windows, Linux, and macOS. It's a blockchain integrated ensure trust in alert logs, and it provides both CLI and GUI interface, and it making the suitable for beginners and as well as advanced users. At the end, I would like to conclude today's topic. To conclude, CADs offer a lightweight, effective, IDS solution with cross-platform support and tamper-proof logging. CADs is a gap between the usability and deep technical capability, tested across the platform with the high accuracy and low resources uses, promising solution for small and medium enterprises, education, and enterprise environment. And in the future, we plan to extend it with an AI-driven anomaly detection, encrypted traffic analysis, and enterprise scale deployment. For example, imagine CADs running in a cloud environment, analyzing encrypted HTTPS traffic without breaking encryption. This is our vision for next phase. These are some references, and thank you. You have any question you can ask?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Which tool you are using for capturing the packets?
So basically now we make the Python script, so that we made the custom rules there.
Which tool you are using for the capturing the packets in the network?
So it is a overall tool. It is not that specific tool we are using for capturing the packets. It is basically signature based and behavioral based. Both we are using for that. In the
Or which
system
place
we are
you
making.
did basically
Sorry,
when
sir.
you required to gather the traffic packets, you need to install that particular tool on a particular place from where you can get the multiple variety of packets and you can
Yes, sir.
execute your code. So that's why I'm asking which tool you are using for capturing the packets and at which place you had did install that particular tool in the network.
So it is basically the snort only. We have both used snort and suricata. Both we used for capturing the data, and in there we making the custom rules.
Not in which position you did install this now?
Sorry, sir.
In which point you did install the snort tool in the network?
So basically we install the snort in a Kali Linux.
I'm not asking the platform. I'm asking that you can install on the computer system, either the gateways, either the application server, which place you did install and capturing the packet by this tool.
Sir, we can install that on a like Windows only. I did that on Windows, and there we making the custom rules. We made the 3 custom rules from where it is
Yeah,
if
dear,
the
I am not asking about the platform. I am asking about the location at which place you did install the particular tool. I'm not asking about the platform like Linux and Windows. I'm asking about the location. At which particular place you did install your particular tool to capturing the packets.
Sir, Snort, according to my knowledge, I installed the Snort in the Linux only.
Okay, I got it. What do you understand by the zero-day attack?
So zero.
What did you understand by zero-day attacks?
Sir, it is basically an exploit, a vulnerability in a software or hardware that is unknown to the factor or a public.
We are just comparing your tool with this not only. There are a variety of tools, IDS tools are available.
No,
Why
sir,
you're not comparing them?
not only with the Snort, with the Surikata also we compared it.
You have had any comparison table in your paper or the PPT?
Sorry, sir.
Do you have any comparison tables?
No, sir, not the comparison table we have.
You just said that you are developing a lightweight idea system tool. So how you can justify that you developing tool is lightweight?
Sir, can you give me 1 minute? I have the results. Can I show that to you?
Not asking. You have in comparison between the different tools results.
So the result and comparison which we showed you, that the graph only we have.
Okay. Thank you. Very good.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Moving forward, paper ID AIAIA 51 Suchitra Mohan Patil with paper title AI Powered Negotiation, Reinforcement Learning, Geolocation Based Price Intelligence, Multi Agent System, Seasonal Price Prediction, Fairness Driven Bargaining. Ms. Suchitra Mohan Patil, are you there? Okay, so this we conclude our today's technical session 4 and with the conference. At last, I would sincerely thank our respected session chairs, Professor Dr. Sandeep Saxena sir and Dr. Udalak Mitra sir, for the valuable guidance and insights throughout this session and making the session so smooth and graceful. We also extend a heartfelt thanks to all the authors and co-authors for the informative and well-prepared presentations. Your contributions have truly enriched today's sessions. So we would like to conclude the meeting.
Yes, ma'am. But in the seat, there is some paper are still available, like paper ID 40, 41, 52, 53, 54. These will
So
be
actually the paper IDs from 40, 41, 52, 53, 54 and the last three have been evaluated earlier. So we do not have to in parallel session.
okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
And one, the paper ID of Paras Sharma, that is AIAIA 14. He's not present. And also this last one, AII, that 51 paper ID.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, sir. Should we conclude the session?
Yes, ma'am.
You may all leave the meeting now. Thank you, sir.